Sure. Got it. Right. Bam. Sure. Got it.
Right.
Bam. There's a feedback.
There we go. Okay, so we're on live. Welcome everybody. Good evening, all Socrates fans. This is Steve again, once again, bringing you another quick show tonight. We're gonna be live. We are live on YouTube and on Zoom with my friend Tony. What's on, Tony?
What's going on? What's going on? Viewers back again, live again. A little quick show for today. What's going on, Steve?
Yeah, not much, man. It's the same. You have a good day today?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
A few points to talk about. What do you want to start?
I mean, we'll start on a bit of a sad news with the Cameroon game today. It was a great game. We know that Cameroon won.
Right, yeah.
You won. It was a hard game for them. Man, I mean, it's funny. I haven't, I didn't. I'm not well. I was not well familiar with the Comoros. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Comoros Islands.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean the debutants. They just, I think, this is the first time at AFCON, and Comoros Islands. Then, so they're like eastern part of Africa, like some of the islands around there. Like we get Eritrea and Mauritius, yeah, in that area around like, is it the Indian Ocean? I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Indian or Atlantic, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's just saying that,
there's a group of islands, yeah.
Yeah, it is situated of the southeastern coast of Africa to the east of Mozambique and northwest of Madagascar.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is around the Indian Ocean, about a 1 million population.
Indian Ocean, right? Yeah.
It's like I was like, whoa, what's going on there?
Yeah,
I think everyone kind of got duped by this, like I think everybody thought that probably could be an easy game or something. Cameroon would probably run away with this, and nope, it was not at all. But the sad part, that was not the sad news, by the way. The sad part was apparently there was some stampede outside the stadium before the game, because from what I'm gathering is, the officials designated the stadium to be filled at 80% capacity, not 100%. So I don't know if because some people wanted to be there, couldn't get there. So there was like a stampede and 6 people ended up dying there. There was like 40 some people injured, and this was really sad, sort of put a sour taste a little bit to the tournament and to that game in particular. So I don't know what people are gonna do to prevent such things, because now Cameroon is in the semifinal now, and I'm sure that the people over there wants to see their team play.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a tough situation.
And that's what confuses me a bit though, because question is, was it because they were full to capacity
No,
with COVID regulations? Because there are gaps in the stadium. There were like gaps in the seats. So I'm trying to figure out like how that end up happening. Where there's a stampede when there's still empty seats.
Well, that's the whole situation. It's not the empty seats or not empty seats. So the stadium is the government, they allowed the stadium to be filled at 80% capacity.
Right.
So I believe that their stadium
after 80%, then they shut it. They're like, okay, we're done.
Well, I guess they only had to sell, tickets for 80%, to fill it at 80%. So The
Right, I
stadium
guess.
has about the stadium takes about 60,000 people, you know.
Right,
So if you so obviously you wouldn't want to put all 60,000 people in there, so that would be 100%. So they had to
right,
reduce the number of people that is allowed in the stadium. But I'm sure more than 60,000 people wanted to get in, and definitely
right.
more than the 80%. So I guess that
Yeah, I guess
created the issue where,
the commotion there.
yeah, I mean, it's sad, man. I don't even know what to make of this. But it is sad. It's a sad situation because the tournament, um, I think the tournament is struggling to by itself is
Yeah,
struggling to
that is true. Yeah,
to give it the vibrancy that we all know the AFCON usually
even
have,
yeah,
and then
even
that
the
happening.
advertisement and everything too. So
Yeah. So that's a
yeah,
sad
man.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah, sad to yeah. My condolences to all those that lost lives, that lost family.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'll try the news. So speaking about since we're talking about the Cameroon Comoros game, what was your take on it? The game wise,
The game, I mean,
yeah,
that's what I was trying to say was,
it was close.
I
It
was
was
thinking
close.
like, this team, I haven't even,
Uh,
I mean, sorry to say, I mean, I'm very sorry to say that, and I don't mean anything negative by it. It's just
no, no,
that
I get it. You're
I had
right. You're
never
right.
heard of like,
Uh,
you know, Comoros before. I don't follow African football that closely, but the big teams, the Cameroon, Nigeria, who, by the way, what? What
well,
happened to Nigeria? Oh my God.
well, that's something else, man.
What?
That's
Nigeria,
something else, man.
Ghana. Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
think didn't
all
Senegal
the
didn't
yep,
Senegal
all the
lose
big
as
teams.
well?
Yep, all the
Oh
big
my
teams,
Lord.
man.
Senegal
That's
lost well to Tunisia.
but that's a
Oh,
beautiful African soccer, man. Like African soccer, it's always rotating. Like you have giants that get toppled every other tournament. Like that one of the tournaments Zambia won it. Nobody thought they were going to win anything, but they won it and won the whole thing. And it's like that. That's the beauty about it.
that's
But
yeah.
and even yeah, even Nigeria. Nigeria's been playing so well, like through the group stages. They're like cleaning out everybody. And
Yeah,
Tunisia
they hadn't
just
lost. They had not lost a game.
yeah,
They didn't lose a game
yeah,
in the group
did it.
stage. Wow,
But do
I
you
was
think
shocked.
yeah,
Now I was shocked on that about that result.
right,
I was
yeah.
even more shocked that Ghana lost finished last
Oh
in the
yeah.
group. I was
Oh
even
yeah.
more shocked about that. So that
Ghana
was
didn't show up at all the whole tournament. They just came
uh
in. They came in feeling like they're like probably the hottest kid in the building or whatever. And
uh
they did not. Like I mean, all their games when I watched them play, man, they were not kind of. They were slow on the ball. I mean, they made like a little connecting moves and all, but nothing productive to where you can actually say like they're putting a threat on the goal, and they're not even going in hard on tackles or nothing. So Ghana's performance to me was just mediocre. It's not the Ghana that we know from the days back in the days of SCN and all. Even Ayu, I mean, he scored a great goal, did Ayu, and somehow he was like the guy that was actually making things happen. But he's not really the Ayu that we knew from back in the day. His little brother's actually much better. But yeah, they didn't show up. Yeah,
you could argue that. I guess I could argue that. I
yeah.
mean, they're not exactly the same type of players. I know, the older brother. I think he was a much better scorer than the younger one. But uh,
Was quote the quote keyword was. I mean, Daniel was really good. He was the better brother, but like the little brother has come up and he is
isn't his name Jordan Ayew? Jordan Ayew.
yeah
He plays for
yeah
was it West Ham or Aston Villa?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been beasting in Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Yeah, but
One of the top.
he's still not scoring over there. He's
Yeah. I
still
mean
not scoring
this.
over there now.
But yeah, I would say lately, yeah, his form has
Not
dipped a
lately,
bit.
man.
But
Not lately. It's been a couple of years now. It's
yeah,
been a couple. He's still not
no,
scoring
no,
over there.
no, but I would say he actually became much better than the brother though.
You
That's what
think?
we, if we're gonna compare the
No,
two,
no. In
yeah.
terms of scoring goals, his older
I
brother
mean,
is a much
when was
better scorer than him.
when was the last time you heard about Dede, you the big brother?
Well, I haven't seen him play. I don't think he plays in the Premier
That's
League
what I'm
anymore.
saying. No, that is not. I don't even know where he's playing at. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't even know where he's playing.
Well,
It used to be a big. It used to be a big name.
I don't think that matters much because you got age, you got
Yeah, that's
you
true.
got
Man,
age.
but how old is he though? How old is he? How old is he? Let me check. Are
We'll
you?
tell you. Uh,
I think. Yeah, he can't be that. He can't be that old. Oh, well, he's 32. So yeah, I guess Yeah, he's at the end of his career. But yeah.
yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
mean,
and well, the Jordan Ayew is 30 years old as well, so
yeah,
he's up there too. You know,
yeah.
um, the main thing is I do believe his older brother was a much better scorer than him. Until now, he's playing at Crystal Palace. He's still not. He's
Yeah.
still not. I don't know, man, but
Yeah, at that peak, he was like. To be honest with you, like Daniel was a star. Like he was a star. So I get your argument. Like
his older
comparing
brother was
when
a star now. His
that's yeah,
older
that's
brother was
Dede.
a star.
That's the one. Yeah, I'm saying like he was a star. Like at least at both of them when you compare them, like both at their peaks. And I'll take Dede because he was unbelievable, man. And now, I mean, now with factoring the age, like you said, 32. I guess that explains, the dip and but at 32 and you're still the main player in Ghana, man. Come on, Ghana needs to do better, man. Like seriously, they needed to do better, man. Like see, now I'd expected more from the youngsters, man. Come on, because they have like older guys playing in there. You see, that's one thing about like African teams. That's one argument I have. We African teams, they lack development of younger players. If you look at all the teams, the players that actually play in the tournament, usually these guys are like 28 and above. You got 28 to like 30 some year olds. Where are the 18-year-olds? Where are the 20, 21 year olds? You get what I mean? We need to see the young talent that's coming up. And that's this the stage where they get noticed by like big clubs and for them to actually bloom. And whenever they don't get the opportunity, these kids are like still playing in academies. They're playing in lower leagues. But I'm pretty sure we got a whole bunch of stars out there, but they never get the opportunity on national level for them to actually go and shine. And they need to. Those are some of the things that we need to change as African nation, man.
Yeah,
Like, cause yeah,
I think that's gonna be in a lot of a lot of the countries where, but I do think Africa is a lot. African football is a lot ahead. Um, you know, uh, it's further ahead than teams like the Caribbeans and and things like that. And in terms of investments in football, the grassroots footballs, and in terms of
right,
the amount of attention that they give to football, period. But it's still not anywhere near at the level or that it needs to be, especially to
right,
compete on the
right.
world stage. The organizations, you got political sides of it, like political climate in the nation in Africa and a lot of the other
Yeah,
countries
yeah.
as well.
There's a lot. Yeah,
All of
there's a
these
lot
things,
going on.
it's sort of, but we know Africans, Caribbeans and Haitians, and we know how to play soccer, man. We know how to play football. We just
Right.
need a little bit more organization, a little bit more support, a little bit more, attention from and investments, investments
Right, right.
from
Grassroots.
our football organizations and you know things of that nature, to basically grow the kids and to a level where we can in the future 5 6 7 years later really compete on the world stage. If you look at that tournament period, there's not a lot of tactical. I don't see too many tactical uh,
No, not all.
football
No.
there. I don't see too many, like thinking, where, like
Yeah, like a pattern. You don't see no
yeah.
patterns at all. Like we discussed last
We
time we talked.
discussed
Like,
that as well. Yeah.
yeah, like connections. You don't really see like the design in a football, like the character in a team, and you cannot really tell like what is this team about. You cannot
Yeah,
differentiate
it's like
the teams at
for
all.
instance, the Ghanaian team. The Ghanaian team a couple of years ago, like when
Oh
they
yeah,
made the World Cup and everything,
that was a different
you
team.
knew what that team
That
was about.
that
You
team
knew
was
what.
about like connect passes, moving. Like you see, you could see there was pattern in the way they move. Even if we say like some of these players, they don't get to see each other and play with each other for that long. But whenever you have players that
But they're
like I was
professional.
saying, yeah, that have been playing in like a league like in Europe, they're playing in like and this teams in Europe. And when you bring them together, and if you're a top coach and you can bring those players together, you can actually within a few days you can tell them your mantra. You can input like your ideas onto the players and they can put it in fruition and be like, yo, this is what I'm about. I'm about counter-attack football and this is what I want to do. I'm about tick-attack and this is what I want to do. And you can that shows on the field. But right now I feel like they're just bringing in players together and they just say like, okay, let's get on the field. Like, hey, let's just do whatever happens. If you see an
I mean,
open play, just hit it up.
I
Hit
don't
it
think
up.
that's exactly how it is. I know you probably
It looks
exaggerated.
like it
Like, I
though.
don't.
It looks like it though. But Steve, come let me ask you a question. Is there much of a difference with these teams right now when you see them play? All
Like,
below,
like between the two teams who are playing against each other.
not just the two teams, but most of these teams. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. Don't you see consistently the same type of football, which is
Yeah,
1-2 from in your own half, then boom up
yeah,
top, try to hit the first guy up top,
yeah.
and maybe you might get it, maybe you don't. And if they get the ball outside the box, they're gonna just try to shoot. Nobody's just trying to, string passes to make any crosses or make any movements. Basically, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, I agree with most of that.
yeah,
I was just gonna say I don't think it's like, oh, let's just come and do whatever we want. I'm sure there's a level of, tactics and a level of coaches that goes there. It's just not where we would want to, like level that we would want to see, and especially for those of us is who watches some high level games, weekends and week outs, midweek and
yeah,
all that stuff. So anyway,
yeah.
but what do you think now? You think Cameroon will I think Cameroon should win this tournament now. The way I
Mm,
see it, Cameroon should probably win it now.
I
What do
don't
you
think
think?
so.
You don't
I
think
don't
so?
think so. Like, there's a lot of dark horses in like these African teams, man. And any team can surprise you. Like, even look at Tunisia. Tunisia surprised everybody. I mean, we can play and say like, okay, there was a red card that was involved with Nigeria, and that probably could have played into it, but still, Tunisia played well. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of these teams that are like dark horses. Like, for example, I'll give you Gambia. Gambia, man, is true. Like you saw the game against Guinea, man. That
I
game
didn't
was
see that
intense.
game.
Oh, you didn't see that? Oh, that was a beautiful game, man. Like at least that game, I would say, like it was. You could see a little bit of tactics. You could see
I probably
how
should go
player
watch that
movement.
game.
Yeah, you could
I'll
see
probably
player
watch
movement. Yeah,
that game then.
yeah, it
'Cause
was. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Like player movement was great. Like tactics, you could see that. You could tell that. You know what? Um, Guinea was more about attacking with their wingers, and they could string passes, they could dribble, and but the finishing that was the part that lacked a lot on the finishing. Gambia we're more about speed of play, counter attacking football. You could just see that they were going at them, counter attacking football. But then it was just back and forth, and I feel like it was great. It was great. It was a great game. I
yeah,
enjoyed it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
probably will watch that game then. But you know, um,
Hmm.
I mean, I wished I hope Cameroon wins it because it's been a long time since
That's
they've
why
won
it's at
anything.
home. This is
Yeah,
how.
and it's at home,
Yeah, I
that
mean
gives
that'll
you
be
some
great.
type
That'll
of
be.
advantage, that does give
I'm
you some
actually,
type of advantage.
I'm actually rooting for Gambia. Let's go.
You're gonna root
I'm
for
Ga- I'm
Gambia.
a, I'm rooting for Gambia, bro. Dark horses for real. Yeah, you'd be surprised, man.
Man.
You'd
No,
be surprised, man.
I'm rooting for Cameroon, man.
Yeah.
I hope they win it just for Samuel Eto'o at least, you know.
I mean, yeah, I mean, come on, like the same Eto'o at this time, they won it
I know
before.
he had
Yeah,
his time,
yeah,
just
and
saying,
they
I'm
went
making
and
him
they won
proud,
it.
Just saying, I'm
Nah, they
making him
won it.
proud.
Yeah, nah, not really. I mean, for me, I don't. Cameroon has not impressed me right now to prevent and say like, oh yeah, because I mean, Samuel Eto'o's team, those guys, they were ballers, man. Like that Cameroon team during that era with the Nigerian team, woo, even
Yeah,
Egypt, even Egypt, then
it's
there was some
it's
bad boys.
it's just sad that they didn't do much more on the world stage. Um,
Yeah, right, yeah,
and
yeah,
this is some of the things that I try to argue with you guys and also with
yeah,
Calvin is that a team like that, Cameroon, you got Samuel Eto'o, you got DJ Drogba in Cote d'Ivoire, you have uh some of the guys, you got Yaya Toure. Remember Yaya
right,
Toure?
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Ivory
these
Coast that
guys.
was packed.
Yeah, what I'm
Even
saying
right
is
now,
these guys on the world stage,
right? Yeah,
they should have, could have done a whole lot more,
yeah,
but it's just, what, shining in your club, right? And
yeah,
in your club, for one reason or another, you still shine in your national team. You're the superstar in your national team, but your national team isn't helping you to get
yeah.
the things that you need to go, or to go to the places that you need to get. Certain accolades you're not gonna get. Anyway, that was last week. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll move on from that, man. But I think that's always where I'm always gonna hang up on,
Mm. Yeah.
is the fact that a lot of these players, great that they were when they were playing on the world stage,
Mm.
there was a lot, they left a lot to be desired. There was a lot lacking, especially with that Cameroon
Yeah.
team, that
Yeah.
Nigerian team, that Ghanaian team, man. There were so many players in that Ghanaian team that could have done. Oh wow,
I mean,
it's
yeah, I get what you're saying, and I've always noticed that like every World Cup, we always have that one African team that plays so well, but lacks the killer instinct at the end. Like, it'll go through the group stages, play very well, get into the round of 16. Um, yeah, that's what gets shaky right there. Round of 16, they play well, or they get to the quarterfinals, then knocked out. Like Ghana, remember whenever they got knocked out by Uruguay that one time, that was disappointing. I remember before, I think it was 2006. I think Senegal team, the Senegal
mm,
team that Haji Diop, that team was bad.
mm.
And then the Cameroon team you're talking about,
That was
Nigeria, it's yeah,
which one of them in Brazil? They had an argument broken. They broke an argument right on the field
right, right, yeah,
between players.
yeah,
It's
yeah. I remember that, yeah. So
uh,
it's one of those like I get what you're saying, man. It's like to you get there, but we never get there.
yeah, yeah.
We never get
I
this.
think
Like you be like, oh, playing beautiful football, then we just lack the professionalism at the end to just finish it and
yeah,
just take it on, finish it because we could do it. I mean, if you look at Ivory Coast team, like we can talk about the Didier Drogba team, like Yaya Toure and them. Yes, that was a bad team, but like right now they have a bad team too. Like Ivory Coast, man, like geez, they look at Pepe, they have Kessie, they got from AC Milan.
mhm.
Bad man, bro. Like yeah, I mean they have a really good team. I feel,
I hear you.
but
So I mean, I'm hoping that Cameroon gets it. You're
you
hoping
still
that
hang up on
Gambia
Cameroon.
gets it. We'll see what happens at the end of
Gambia,
that.
Gambia, Gambia is
And
there, bro. Yeah.
so,
Uh,
we want to bring a little bit of an update to the Usman Dembele situation. So, We know he didn't play the game for Barca yesterday. Barca, my favorite team. We finally got a win. Woohoo! We got a win. Oh my God. No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell
Then
you
we were
something.
gonna.
I'm gonna tell you something before we talk about this. You know what the
All right.
sweetest thing during that game
Yeah.
was?
So, wow.
That we scored around what, like the 75th minute or the
Yeah,
85th or
yeah.
something.
Somewhere
I'm like,
else.
there's no
That
way we can
was. Yeah.
screw this up.
It was at the end. It was at the end, and I mean, it was a beautiful goal. I mean, that was a
I
beautiful
know,
goal. Though.
but I was like, there's no way we can screw this up. There's not a lot of time left for us to screw this up. And guess what? We almost did. That
You
last
know.
header,
Yeah. Yeah.
this guy by himself. I don't know. I mean, like, thank God, just again was able to save
Y'all always
that
find a way to screw
game.
it up.
But we almost screwed it up. I'm like, there's no way we can screw
I mean,
this. We
your
scored
defense
too
always.
late in the game to screw it up
Yeah.
now.
Your defense always finds a way to screw it up. But I mean, you know what? I feel like Barca, man. Although y'all got the win, there's certain players who are just sleeping on the field. That I feel like
Okay, who you think? Who you think?
okay, some of the players that I would say. I mean, the other players I don't really care about because I'm like they really not that great. But the players you think they're so promising, like De Jong. De Jong is at the play. I
Which
feel
one,
like
Luke De
he
Jong
no
or Frankie?
Frankie. I mean, I feel
I think they're
Frankie.
playing Frank.
He has.
I think Frankie's playing in a position that he shouldn't be playing at. You know
Where
what I
would where
think?
would you want him to play them?
Defensive midfielder. I think he should be playing in the Busquets position.
But if you say that though, but Frankie is not really much of a of a tough tackler like that,
Yeah,
and Frankie moves it moves up a lot. No, it moves up a lot.
wait. Busquets is not either.
He's not really, but Busquets can hold the ball. Busquets can actually bring. He's like a ground. He can bring that
So is
steadiness onto the
Frankie.
team.
So is Frankie. He's
Do you
not
think
doing that right
Frankie
now
can
because he's not
contain?
playing in that position. But so is
I,
Frankie. And actually, they bought Frankie for that reason to replace Busquets.
I feel like he's playing on the right place where he needs to be playing. But what I think the only issue about Frankie is that I don't know if it's is lacking confidence because if you look at him play, he's not playing bad. He's not playing bad. To be honest with you, I'm not saying he's
Frankie
playing bad,
never really
but he's
plays
not.
bad.
But he's not playing great. It's just
He's
like
not playing to
every
he's not playing to the best of his ability.
yeah.
Of his
You know what I'm
abilities,
saying?
like the reason why they got him, he's not playing to that. He
Right.
seldom
Exactly.
plays to that level. However, I do believe it's because when in his national, even for Netherlands, he doesn't play in an offensive midfielder. He plays like a defensive midfielder. Oh, I think
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
but even when
Or
you're
like
okay,
a
think
double
about it.
pivot where he plays with two when the team plays with two defensive midfielders.
Right, but look at him at Ajax. Ajax, he was always yes, he was playing defensive midfield, but he was not that deep midfield. He was that connecting midfielder, the midfield player who used to connect all the passes, and
So you're saying he
and
was
he was
playing
a
in
high
so
tempo.
you saying he was playing in a double pivot where somebody else is sort of playing the Busquets role to connect the defense to offense,
Right,
and then he was just
that's
there.
what he does. No, that's what he does. He connects with the offense, and he's a type of midfielder that gets the ball from defense. You connect with the offense, make quick passes, connect with making those quick connections and playing those through balls and finding those channels. So he's like that player who always had to have the ball. And when
So
you look at his stats at Ajax, he was the player that always had the ball, and he was the player who was making things happen, making things shit. Right now, he's like playing as a supporting cast, and sometimes you don't see him, sometimes you see him. You see a little bit of that magic here and there, but it's nothing consistent. So what I'm saying is, he is playing as an average player every game in, game out. And when are we going to see the Frankie De Jong that we used to see at Ajax?
by removing Busquets and the team.
Well, yeah, that could be an argument. Yeah, that's right. You need to get
That's
rid
when
of
you're
this
gonna
guy.
see it. That's when you're gonna
But
see it because if Busquets in the team, naturally everything in the middle will start with Busquets. That's how it starts.
yeah,
And Busquets right now, Busquets is a great player, wonderful player. I mean, the man is magic. However, with the stage that he's in right now, he is
it's
doing us just a little bit more harm
it's
than good.
He's,
You
I
know,
mean, I feel like he's done. He's declined. He needs a little less game time right now
he need
as they
less
go.
game. Yeah,
But
exactly. He needs to
but
probably when we need to settle the game down, when we need to assure that we get control of the game in the middle of the field, then we bring Busquets in. But like right now, Busquets isn't the isn't he's hurting us a little bit more than doing us
mhm,
better than doing us good, So like about from a Barcelona standpoint, from a fan point of view,
yeah,
that's how I feel about it. And I feel like for us to for Barca to for Frankie to rise to that level that you're talking about, Busquets should not be in the midfield. It should
right.
be him and then maybe
Pedri,
Pedri and Gavi or Pedri and
Gavi.
Nico, and things of that nature.
Yeah,
You know.
I can see that work. I can see that work. But then
So
I feel like I think with Xavi, it's more like a caution that is bringing in, like, because
you don't
I think
wanna you don't
about your
wanna
team,
fill the team with so much
you're the youngsters. You know
youngsters,
what I'm saying? Those
and
are
then
youngsters that you're
then
bringing
you
up,
lose
that's coming up.
control.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of
you
like
lose
what happened
control.
at
Exactly.
Chelsea. Kind of like what happened
Right.
at Chelsea. Yeah.
Exactly. So you need players like Busquets, whether to hold the team together. There's like I was saying, he's a grounding player that's going to ground the team. And yeah, you got players like PK. You can say that they're just there for, like, their physical presence and all. But PK has never been that great of a defender for me to say, like, PK
Well,
is like the
I'm
most
gonna tell you
amazing.
something. PK was not a Puyol, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
PK was not a Puyol, that for sure. But
Yeah.
PK was
Well,
a
they tried to turn him into one, but
no. They never
there's
did.
never.
PK in his peak was a great defender. No, the
How?
man
Where?
PK
Where?
knew how to defend.
Nah, I disagree with you with that. You see, Piqué, what made Piqué great, you know what it was? It was the style of play that Barca did. Barca used to hold the ball a lot. Barca could play the ball and pass the ball. Piqué, going forward, yes, you could hold the ball, you could pass, you could connect with everybody. But
So
defensive-wise, Piqué was the loophole that every other team used to exploit. So that being said, Piqué
I'm gonna tell
as
you that, right?
individually, yeah,
I'm gonna tell
assessing him
you.
individual as a defender, I would not put him in my top 10 of best defenders in the world.
So okay, so I'm gonna tell you this, right? So PK, you got PK and Busquets. I can make the same argument and with PK and Busquets. And any other
Yes.
team, like let's say in any other team that you would put Busquets in, a lot of times Busquets would probably struggle. And let's say you put Busquets in a team like I don't know Chelsea, and his prime, in
Okay.
Busquets prime, I'm talking about.
Okay.
Busquets was younger, more agile, a little bit faster, and all that kind of stuff.
Never,
You
he
put
never
Busquets
was
in a
fast. He
team.
never was agile. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead with
I
your
would
point.
say that's why I say a little bit more agile, a little bit
Yeah, yeah,
quicker,
okay.
right? So you put
Yeah.
Busquets in a team like Chelsea, he would probably struggle because that
In
team was
in
all
the
about
Premier League,
speed.
Busquets will never. Yeah, you'll never play.
Wait,
You'll
wait.
play, but you'll
No,
never be
don't say
great.
that. Don't say that
No,
because
I'm sorry. That's not. Oh no, my choice words. I say you'll play, but you won't be the Busquets. You won't be great like that.
I'm saying that because he still performed. He was still one of the greatest players for Spain, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But you got to think about it though. Why you say that? If we're gonna compare them as individual players, that's a different story. But as a player that's playing collective in a team setting, in a team that has an identity, yes, there's a certain players that could work. Like Busquets, I see him; he could work in a situation like a Man City because he's a type of player
Okay.
that
So
that can
wait.
play.
So
Okay. Let
that's
me
what I
go ahead.
was trying to say. So that's what I was trying
Okay.
to say. So
I mean,
a player like this,
we're setting identity. Yes.
well, a player like Busquets and PK, in a team like Man City, in a team like Barcelona, a team like Spain, when you had the
Still PK,
Xavi,
I
the
wouldn't see him
Iniestas,
in
and all
a
that kind
Man
of stuff.
City.
Because the main thing about those teams were it was position. It was position.
Yeah.
It was like knowing where to be, when to be, and how quick you needed to get there.
And
So
one other factor you
position,
got to think about, another
uh-huh.
variable would be the league itself. The style of play in the league itself.
I mean,
The
it don't matter.
intensity.
Man City
Oh
play a
no.
Barcelona style football and is like it's ripping the Premier League open like wide open now.
Yeah, but you gotta see.
People,
Look at the players that he has.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, look at the players that he has, but it's the same philosophy. I'm saying that, people said before that Man City with the style of football that they were playing, they started playing with Pep. They say that this team was not gonna be able to win the Premier League. They did. They dominating it, right? 4 out of 5 years. They also said that he couldn't win it without a center forward. Now he's doing well. He's on course to win it without having a center forward, right? So I'm saying, the philosophy of football is the same. The league is different, but the philosophy of football is the same. The philosophy that he brought to Barcelona, that he brought to Bayern Munich, and now in Man City is the same. Those are like
But
positional play. You need to know where
but
to be, when to be there, how to be there. It's not necessarily how quick can you run from center midfield to your back line. Is although there's an element of that as well, but it was more like possession football. So you needed to be at a certain place at a certain time, and this player is going to be there. If the ball get lost at a certain part of the field, there's already a preparation that's made for the team to recover. In that kind of instance, I'm saying Busquets would probably thrive in any team. But if you play a team like Chelsea, who doesn't have that philosophy of football, who's a totally different way of playing, I'm saying because Busquets is not so physical, he's not so agile, he's not so quick, he would probably, I don't know, I'm just saying it's just an opinion. He could probably, maybe, he could probably, struggle a little bit. But I'm saying, which is why I'm saying, but we're still saying he's a great player. That's why I made the two comparison against PK, saying that, well, yeah, you could say PK was never a Puyol, PK was never a Ramos, PK, some of the great defenders, physical, quick, and tough. PK was never that. But in terms of great defender, PK knew how to defend. I
yeah,
don't know if you
I
put
bet
him.
I bet
I
you
don't
did.
know
I
because
mean, he could play as a defender, but if you're gonna say he knows how to defend, any defender knows how to defend. Any defender
not
that's out
true.
there, John Stones knows how to defend. That's why he was playing. Like Laporte knows how to defend. That's why he's in there. But when you say he knows how to defend, but we're talking about individual characteristics of players when we're actually looking at them individually as to like how their ability is in a different setting. So basically, like, for example, let's just talk like Ramos, or we can pick like even Puyol. Those kind of defenders, it's a caliber of defenders that you could put in any league. You can put those kind of guys in any league, and you could see that these guys they can play anywhere. My argument about like players like PK, you would see how exposed PK would get, especially at Spain, whenever they played Spain whenever they played in Spain. That's when you can see PK how lost he would be as a
But
defender.
yet,
That's
but
when you
yet he
can
was always in the
evaluate
team, though.
PK. He still had the same players that he plays with in La Liga.
Right,
Like
but yet he
that's the
was always
same
in the
Real
team. So
Madrid
what do you
and
got to say
Barcelona
about that? He was
because
always
he's
in the
playing for
team.
Barcelona. He's a top
What?
defender for
Come
Barcelona.
on, come
Oh,
on.
come on, man. I mean, I'm just telling you, bro.
I
Like
don't agree with
for
that.
real. No, PK to me, like you cannot
So
compare.
you're
Okay,
saying,
can
so
you
you're saying
can
he
you can
always
you
made
compare
the?
PK to Ramos? Can you
Huh?
compare PK to Ramos? PK, can you
Well,
compare
of
him to
course. Why
Ramos?
wouldn't I compare Piquet to Ramos? He plays with Ramos all the time.
Okay, he plays with Ramos all the time, but
He was
would you
always in the
say
team.
at his greatest, PK was it anywhere close to Ramos as a defender, or Puyol was a defender,
So
or
are you asking me
or
who was are you asking me which was a better defender?
I'm talking about if you got to talk about a conversation about great defenders with anybody, would you pick PK to be in the top 10 of the best defenders you could ever think of?
I mean, I probably would pick him on the ninth position, ninth or 10.
No, I can name a whole bunch of nines, bro. That are much better than PK. No, nowhere near. Nope, nope. PK,
I'm
yes,
not
he was
saying
great.
Piqué was I'm not saying Piqué was the greatest defender ever, but I'm saying
Yeah,
um I'm saying he is not that bad that you are making him to be. I don't think
Oh no,
it's.
I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm just saying he's not great.
But
He
anyway,
is
I think we were
right.
talking
That's
about.
one point.
I think we were talking about the game that Usman. That's how we got into this. That Usman did
Well,
not
yeah,
play
yeah,
this
yeah,
game.
yeah. Right.
And he
Yes.
didn't play the game before that. So and I heard that his agent requested a meeting with Barca, I believe, to what's tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
So I think it's yet to be decided, or everybody's speculating about what may or may not be happening, or will happen during that meeting. But it's kind of like, I think people are thinking that it could be a come to Jesus moment.
I mean, to be
For
honest with
his
you,
agent and newsman.
to be honest with you, Barcelona has no choice in this right now because I mean I wouldn't say no choice in this, but I feel like Barca's now are stuck in between a tough place where they don't have the leisure of letting him go on this transfer window. You know why I said that? Um, Look at Fati just got injured, so Fati's out for a number of months, probably for I don't know, almost a
5
whole
months.
year. Whenever, yeah, 5 months, right? Okay, and but it's 5 months. But then the club is also they're also suggesting that he should get a surgery, which would add another 3 months, three on top of
No,
five.
no,
That's
no,
an
no,
eight.
no, no. The
Yeah.
surgery, that's what will make it 5 months.
So you're saying that if without surgery, it's going to take him what 2 months to come back?
It's about 2 months to come back, but with a
Yeah,
extremely high probability of a relapse.
yeah, yeah. But basically, okay. Anyway, the point is the club needs Dembele at this point.
Actually, yeah,
So
I agree with that. They need Dembele, but
yeah,
given the situation, I still wouldn't play him.
things have changed. You still wouldn't play him. Um, I mean, why would you keep him then if you're not going to play him?
But we're
Because
not keeping him. We're trying to let him go if he doesn't want to stay.
I think so. I think they actually trying to come up to an agreement because
Well,
they
yeah, they are
Barca
trying. They are
need
trying, but he doesn't want to. He wants to make what was it, over $300,000-$400,000 a
him.
week
Yeah,
in there,
yeah. I
and
mean, that's
plus
what I'm saying.
just to hand his agent $40 million. I mean, what kind of
Right.
BS is that?
Yeah,
For a
they have
guy.
an absurd. Okay, this is the thing. They have an absurd asking that they're having, right? But you got to think about it. The club was not. It got to a point where they were like, "No, we're done with you. You can go." Like what? 5 days ago, they were like, "We're done with you.
No,
You
they
can go."
never told him. They never told him
Oh,
they
they,
were
they oh
done
yeah,
with him.
they said they
No,
said it like the
they
club.
never
What's his name?
told him. They never told him they
Alamani.
were. No,
Alamani. They
that's
said
not
you
what
can
he said.
go. They
Now,
said you can go. Oh, let
yeah,
me
they
quote
did
him.
say he
I
could go.
can quote him. Yep,
They
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 say he
did
can go.
they
They're not
did say he
entertaining.
could go, but they didn't
Yeah,
say they were done with him. They said, hey, if he doesn't want to renew, right? If he
right.
doesn't want to
Okay.
renew, he needs to go now.
They're ready to sell. They want him to go now. They
Yeah,
do not want. They don't want to. They don't even want to settle
because
with him no more.
because
They want him
yes,
to go.
exactly, because he doesn't want to renew. Because at the end of the
What?
season, he gets to leave for
Yes,
free.
that's what I'm saying though. But at this point now, that's what I'm saying. They need him. Bossy, y'all
I mean,
need
they
him.
needed him. No, they needed him before that. They needed him with Ensu Fati.
I've,
They needed him with Ensu Fati. Now you could make an argument that he's even more needed, right?
yeah, that's what
However,
I'm saying.
giving the contract situation, giving the way he's behaving, nobody's bigger than the club.
Of
The
course,
club will
yeah. I
bounce
mean,
back.
we've
We
got.
might not make it to this level or that level this season, but we will bounce back.
Oh yeah,
He
definitely. I
doesn't
mean, they
need
want.
to be there if
Yeah,
he doesn't want to
the
be.
the club is not going to fold, but I feel like now they probably. Don't be surprised if um they come up with another meeting. They could come up with another amicable
Well, he
agreement
already
because I do not. Yeah,
his agent already asked for another meeting. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure they
See,
probably will be asking for more money because now Ansu Fati is hurt or anything like that, which he ain't gonna get. No
nah,
one's
nah. I
gonna
don't
give him
think.
any more money.
I don't think. I personally don't think they're gonna. They might ask for more money, but I feel like they are going to agree on some terms. But it's going to be a lesser than what they are asking right now because um because it'll be greatly beneficial for them if he plays out his contract until next season. as the man. I'm saying as for the agent himself, as the agent himself, it'll be greater for him to actually play it out. But Barca do not want that. They want to go right now because they'll lose money. But then if he can actually, I don't know, man. It's kind of like a risky back and forth that's going on between them because I feel like if he can come to a reasonable fee, Barca is willing to keep Dembele
We are
for a
willing to keep
reasonable
them
fee.
in. It's just
Yeah,
not for the money that he's asking. That's all.
this
I mean,
but that's the issue
I
is
would
the
love
age. Is
Dembele
the
to
age.
stay. I would love for Dembele to stay, but just not for the money that he's asking, because he's not worth so much money anymore. You know, for a guy, I mean, you only got to look at yourself in the mirror. You've been there for 5 years. You not anywhere near giving
Right.
you know,
The
the
money that
results
he's
that
asking for.
anybody
Yeah.
was asking from you, for the money that they spent, the least you could do. And again, that's my opinion. Maybe I'm not in his position. That's probably why I'm thinking like that. But if it was me, I'd be like, you know what, you guys been paying me so much money and I haven't done what, the things that I need to do. It's okay. I'll take a little bit less money now, and then do my best perform. And then I can ask for the whopping, gazillion dollars back, because now you're doing the things that you needed to do. They didn't just offer Messi all this money because it was just Messi. There was a build up to this thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
PSG offered Messi millions and millions of dollars because
Right.
they know he's worth it. He's done it so many times.
I believe it was a mere fact that everybody had left. They lost Messi, and the club has been struggling. So it's one of those situations where the agent feels like, you know what, there's an opportunity for us to take advantage of
but
the situation.
without playing.
Right. But then he's not producing nothing because I don't think
It's not
Dembele
producing. No.
has produced more than a double-digit goals in this season. Has he? Like how many games have he played?
One time, I think twice.
Right. But
I
then
think
still
twice
not
he
in
made
not
it
in the
up to
20s.
14 goals.
Yeah, not in the 20s, right? And he's been injured for the most part of it.
Injured for the most part, yeah.
Like 50% of his time at Barca, he was injured. I believe.
You gotta.
And coming off the bench, he really hasn't really made that big of an impact. But now it's like, okay, he's the player, he's the guy who's been there with the Messis and everything. So he has that bit of a confidence that I'm a senior player now, so I can ask for more money. But then if you look at his track record, you are a senior player by default, but you have not produced anything from the time that you were there.
At all, man. At all.
But
anyway,
then, on the other, before you go further, but on the other hand, too, the rumors that Messi might want to come back next season if PSG, if
he's gonna come
PSG
back,
does not win.
If he's gonna come,
He's
if he wants to come back, he must be coming in for free because there ain't no way we can pay a Messi fee right now.
I don't think it's gonna be free, but I think I'm gonna give him a little bit. He wants to come back.
Should come like Daniel Alves for €1.
Yeah, right. I feel, but because Messi, he's unhappy. And in France, like that guy's unhappy.
It's the same with Neymar, man. It's the same with Neymar. Yeah. Neymar thought he was going to be this or that, and France, the France league is not a league for superstars. I'm sorry.
Right.
If anybody's listening to me, I'm so sorry if they feel offended about this. But the league, man, it's not a league for.
You're gonna create a lot of enemies with that statement.
Yeah,
but you're right. But I again, you're right.
Listen, Calcio was that league. Now, I'm sorry, it's Spain or England. If you want to be like, even Ramos, like I don't think anybody like watches Ramos. You don't remember Ramos the defender?
No, not really.
This.
Yeah, not really.
The same flair anymore. Although he was injured or anything like that, but it's different, man. PSG, that's the only team that's in the league, man.
It's just PSG, and nobody's watching anything besides PSG, and they're usually getting beat by teams like Lille, and So still, I mean, yeah, you are right. PSG, it's not much of if you're a big star, you're not going to go to French league. That's why Messi, he's going to go back because he wants his familiar surroundings, and you got Xavi back, and he's going to get the same. I mean, not the same philosophy that he's used to, but it's relatable.
Neymar, man. It's the same with Mbappe. If Mbappe does not leave PSG, he's not going to win a Ballon d'Or.
Oh yeah,
He ain't.
definitely. Yeah.
He won't.
Oh yeah, definitely. I
He
mean,
got to leave
they
first.
need to leave. I feel, although I would never want that to happen, please. But
You don't want
if
him to come to
Ney,
Madrid?
no, I'm saying Neymar and no, I'm talking about Neymar and Messi. Neymar and Messi going back to Barca, that would be. Nah, I pray that will never happen
Yeah,
because that would be
we can't
catastrophic.
afford them anyway.
Because
Although I heard Barcelona
yeah,
might get a new sponsorship deals that could worth as much as 100 million.
that's still expensive. I feel like
100 million a season per season.
oh, that's good money.
I know that's something else
Yeah,
now,
that's good
right?
money. Yeah,
A
that's something
hundred
else.
million per season, man. So
But you see,
that's some money right there.
what I'm saying is, if you, I feel like Xavi with this philosophy because I'm seeing a bit of those stints of that 2008 Barcelona type of play
Mhm.
and the players right now. I can see that little design. It happens sometimes. You can see a little bit of those spurts, but it's just I feel like he just doesn't have the players for it
It's
yet.
rough right now, man. It's rough.
Yeah,
It's rough. But I'm
but
telling you, man, he'll get it. He'll get
imagine
it.
if you would
If he
have
doesn't that way,
Messi back. Yeah, if you'd have Messi back, at least just Messi back, and add a few more players. I mean, not a Neymar because that would be like crazy. But to think, but hypothetically speaking, let's just say Neymar decides to get back at Messi, and what do you think? How would you see that? Like,
I mean, it still wouldn't solve our defensive problem. We'd still be getting beat by the Bayern Munich, by
it,
the
it,
Man Cities and stuff like that. Except that
you,
now we would lose instead of losing 5-0, we would probably lose 5-3.
yeah. But
You
you've
know,
always had defensive problems, though, and like
yeah,
you've never
because
really had like
if you do all that, and you still have what is that the right mid the right back
midfielders.
the
Oh,
right
the
the
right.
right back.
Oh, you're right back. Yeah. Because what's his name? Mengesa.
No, not Mengresa. You have
Yeah.
not
I
Dest.
mean, that's sometimes, but that's is not even really a right back. Yeah, it's like
Left, no, Dest is a right back. Who's on the left back now?
Jody Alba. That's the one I'm
Jordi
playing.
Alba. If you didn't touch that left back, man, you're gonna get killed. You're still gonna get killed.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
let's
that's what
talk
I'm
about your
saying.
team before we leave, man, because we gotta go here. Your team drew 2-2 yesterday, man. You know what? You know what?
Yes.
Now I truly do believe that the referees, man, they do be giving Real Madrid some pass, man. I can't believe this. I cannot.
Where? Okay, go ahead. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Go ahead. I'll let you have this one for a while. Which one?
Huh?
Which one? Which one? Go ahead.
Yesterday, they gave you guys 3 PKs.
Okay, but still, like us tying the game had nothing to do with that.
I mean, they did try. They tried to get you guys to win it.
I mean, we missed. Benzema missed the PK,
Not the referee's
but
fault. He
but
did his
but
job by giving you the PK.
the one Modric scored was not a PK.
Huh?
The one that Modric scored was not a PK.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I'll not so.
I don't think so. Huh?
I'll not so. It was a close call, but then this is the thing about
Because
VAR.
they were so close. He was so close to the ball when the ball hit his hand. I mean, his arm was like this for real, but it was too close.
Uh-huh. No, I mean,
Close.
okay, but how can you say so close to the ball? Because the thing with VAR
There's no
is,
time for reaction. There's no time for
you know,
reaction.
no. What I'm saying is, the reason why VAR comes into play is because, like, if a referee makes a decision, right, and if there's really like great evidence to overturn a call, they have to go to VAR, and when whatever they see is what causes them to overturn the call. If that ball clearly hit his head, you saw that.
He did hit his end, yes, but he was
Yes.
too close. It
No,
was
but
too
his
close. There
hands were
was no time
extended.
for reaction.
It doesn't matter. But
It does
if your
matter. It
hand
does.
no it also no Steve it matters because you know why no matter what nobody goes into any challenge and be like okay I purposefully want to handle this ball. No, it's a mistake and that happens. If your arm is extended, it's going to interfere with the ball. It interfered with the
Actually, it
direction
wasn't
of the
even his
ball.
arm. It was like right here.
Casemiro
It was like right here.
Casemiro Casemiro had that ball right in front of him. if he had not touched it, he was just gonna hit it, tap it. Maybe would have been safe. Maybe could have been a goal. But the fact that he handled it, it touched his hand, and he was extended. He made himself bigger. That's why it was a PK. So I
And
believe
guess
it was a
what?
PK.
And guess what? His back was, I think his back was against the ball or something.
Yeah, that's all. That's fundamental football. Like as a defender, you can't put your back on the play like that.
Dude,
I mean, I'll take it.
I think they did try to help you guys, a lot yesterday. 3 PKs in one game. Yeah, that's just
No, I mean, Elche were just clumsy, man.
and you still couldn't win it.
They were just clumsy. We just need a draw. We came back from 2-0 up, come from 2-0 down in the 70-something
Also,
minute.
didn't the ref
Come on
give
now.
like 7 minutes? Didn't give the ref give like 7 minutes?
That was like
additional
5
time?
minutes,
He
bro.
did.
Come
He
on,
gave
man.
7 minutes additional time.
You're
I'm
talking from a
telling you,
biased
man.
perspective. Like you just wanted to. We just wanted us not to make.
Wait.
Hey, that was a
Did he
great
not
fight.
listen? The
Like,
amount of time that he gave at the end, was there a
no,
reason?
but
though?
if you look at Real Madrid, the way they played, we should have won like 7 or 8 on that game. You know that.
But they didn't.
We could have won a lot.
But they didn't.
Yeah, but
They didn't.
We put up the work.
They didn't.
And we
They
made
give you guys. They give you guys 3 PKs.
those goals. Those
No,
goals
2
were not.
PKs. They gave you 2 PKs, right?
Yeah.
You got 2
Those
PKs, and then you scored one of them, right?
Okay.
So you easily could have lost this game 2-1 if it wasn't for that dubious PK that I gave you. So you would have lost this game 2-1. It doesn't matter.
No, that was not a dubious PK. I was in a dubious PK.
Because it wasn't true penalty. It wasn't a true PK.
I see this. Okay.
Don't worry, even the PK on Vinicius, the first one, even the PK on Vinicius, the first one, Tony Cruz actually fouled the player that he got the ball from.
You see, that right there. It seems like you're finding fault in any situation. Can you clearly say that's a true foul to actually overturn a play?
Which one? The one
Tony Cruz. Say, yeah.
Yeah, it is a
He
true.
kicked the ball.
He came from the back of the player. He came from the back of the player, bump him, and stick his leg out, and then play the ball.
So you would give a free kick for real in the run of play. You actually give it.
It was a foul. It was a foul that caused the turnover, and then Vinicius.
Okay, scratch that. That PK was missed. That PK was missed.
It don't matter. But they still gave it to you guys. That's what I'm trying to say. So
it was missed.
Well, who's to say if that was not a PK, the second one that they give you guys, who's to say that Benzema then wouldn't have gone ahead and taken it and then missed it now? Who's to say?
Those are not hypotheticals, though. You're not speaking about hypotheticals because you're just wishing that Real Madrid would have lost.
They needed to lose a game. They should have lost that game.
You should be worrying about Barcelona beating Real Madrid. But anyway, I want to move on from this Real Madrid. Let's talk about Mario Balotelli coming back to Italy. Yeah, before we go.
Well, no. Let's get the story straight. I know that's how the media is saying it, but it's not like he's coming back. No, it's not like he's coming back.
Yeah,
it's part of the camp.
Coming back.
A trial. What do you call this? Like
a trial, but I would say like probation. No, it's not probation. Like probably like a trial run for him. For Mancini, he's just trying him back.
They have in a camp.
But they're gonna play
a football camp, and then they get a ton of players. Some who's never been there before, some who's been there and then coming back, like the case of Balotelli, and he's there. You know the reason why he's there? Because in the last 14 games he played for his club, he scored 9 goals. That's why.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Basically what I'm trying to say is he is coming back into the limelight of being called up to Italy, because there was no way anybody thought Balotelli would have a call up, even for camp. Because even in the camp, they're going to be playing if matches.
Well, there's no saying that they're going to call him. There's no saying.
If he is in camp,
it's going to be how he performs during the camp, training camp. That's what.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know what? That call up itself, it's a call up to say, "Come, we are giving you another chance. We give you another shot." So Balotelli is back. Whereas I'm just saying that he's back.
He's back in contention.
Yeah, in contention. Who is to say? That's Balotelli. Who is to say, like, okay, he's been scoring. Okay, yeah, he could be in Greece, whatever, or Turkey, wherever he's playing. But Ben is still Balotelli. He played for Man City. He played for Italy. He's a great striker. You
He's
know,
a
he
great
could do
player.
something. And
He's a
then they just
wonderful
lost.
player, man.
They just lost Chiesa. So that's they are
Ooh,
looking
that's
for, and you get Kira Mobile. Man, we've been around Kira Mobile. Sometimes where they relied on him, we never performed for Italy. So that's why Roberto Mancini, I believe, like he's giving other seasoned veteran strikers like Balotelli a chance to come and prove themselves in the camp. Play a few friendlies here and there. Might show stints off himself, or might do
I
great,
hope, you
or he
know
might.
what, I hope that I hope that he makes it back to the national team. And I hope that
Yeah,
maybe he's a better person all around, in terms of his
yeah, it's
attitude and
yeah, it's a big risk. I feel like Mancini's taking a big risk
well,
because,
he's
like,
older now.
yeah,
Wisdom comes with age, man. I hope
that's
that
true.
he's a better person all around now, because I love Balotelli, man. And in terms of his play and in terms of his, you know, clinical
Man, as a player,
abilities
it's
and things
clinical.
like that,
It's yeah,
tactical abilities. The
he's a
man is a great
he's a
footballer,
killer
man.
striker. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I believe it's great that he's going to get a chance. But what I'm saying is, there's a risk. Is more like there's a risk in both sides. The risk could be great. The risk could be disaster. Because you know what? Who knows his attitude or whatever? If he becomes Balotelli again, what it will do to the Italian team? Because right now they're fighting for place with Portugal for one place. So that's where the risk is. He could be great, where he can be magical and get them off the past the threshold. Because for that Portugal team is not don't don't discount them. That is a great team.
They do have a good
Uh,
team.
they have
On
a
that
really
note,
good badass
man,
team.
on that
Yeah.
note, fan, we're gonna say good night to y'all. Listen, it's always a pleasure, man, that we could do this. We
Always,
missed Calvin
always.
tonight. Hopefully next time we can have him on. We're gonna try to bring you guys some fresh faces as well. Apart from Calvin and Tony and I, we'll always try to get one more
Man.
person in
Right.
to discuss things. We know we've got a lot of Liverpool fans in the queue. We've got some Arsenal fans in the queue. We've got a Tottenham fans in the queue.
We can't have no Liverpool fans. I
I mean, this is an
no,
open
I'm
channel,
just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
man.
I
So
always
yeah,
love the Liverpool people, man.
Teasers, Socrates and Soccer Teasers. It's a pleasure. I hope to see you guys one day with us, kicking it and debating your team, telling us how you feel about the most beautiful game ever. That is football. Yep. Good
Right.
night, guys. Say your goodbyes, Tony.
Right, have a good night, guys. It was a pleasure having to discuss a few football today. On what day is it? A Monday. It
Monday
was
night.
great, and still always representing Madrid to the world.
It's gonna go down
And
pretty soon, man.
I know, right? Super
I
Copa, we
hope I
still
hope
in there, man.
Athletic beat you.
Copa del Rey.
I hope Athletic
But
beat you this time.
we always whooping at Athletic all the time, man. Come on, you gotta give it to us. Like
That
that's our
is
girlfriend right there, bro.
that
We
is
always be whooping them, man. All right, man.
maybe they'll give you guys
Have a good
maybe they'll put the 10 minutes additional time on the clock this time
one.
again for y'all.
Athletic is just like Barca. We just put in butter. We just put in butter on both of them. It ain't nothing, bro. It ain't nothing.
Yo, listen, remember when 5 years straight I was beating you guys 5 years straight.
That's
Remember?
history.
Remember?
That's history. Remember when Real Madrid won 3 straight UEFA Champions League? Remember? Okay,
Uh,
then. Yeah.
that was
You
they
see
weren't
this
against
jersey?
Barca though. They weren't against Barca.
This is the jersey right there. Hey, remember this? Yeah, y'all
All
remember
right,
this jersey?
man.
Yeah, okay, man.
Good night, man.
Cheers, brother. You have a good one. Peace.